This is exactly the crux of the matter.
Yes.
Women make it happen.
Yes.
How do we make it happen when we do not have a united voice? You see, the thing is, Nigeria is full of the history of women who made it happen. But one woman a tree does not make a forest. If there is something that I'm so proud of to talk about that has happened in Nigeria before, it is the Aba women's riots. And if you are too young to know, go back and study it, read about it. December 1929, on October to November, a group of women came together to protest what? Taxation. You know, and it was a widow who just stood up to say, you know what, we can't be taxed without representation. So what are the obstacles to women making it happen? Because we've had this debate for so long, and we never really just say what it is. The first thing is that women are suspicious of each other. 2, women don't trust each other. 3, there is personal interest. 4, there is class division. 5, we have ethnic divisions. So how did women, like the Aba Women's Riot, come together? First, they came around a common interest. It was economics. Now these days, the truth is that a woman's economic interest overrides her ethnic whatever. You want to take money out of my pocket. The sisterhood of money is stronger than the sisterhood of the Ibibio, Efik, Yoruba. We all want to have enough to spend, isn't it? Somebody said in my office yesterday, she said, why we can't make it happen as women is this. When something threatens some women can just take their private jets and fly out. And then the rest of you can be doing a loot on the streets of Lagos and burning tires. They're there. Do you get what I'm saying? So we don't have, listen again, a common enemy. Which is why Bring Back Our Girls united us so much, because the sorority of motherhood transcends everything else. Every woman thought about it. You take away my child from my chest in the middle of the night, I will die there. When you go after the child of a woman, then the lion in her arises. So you see, we need common denominators like that. Then you talk about faith. You can't help it. We're spiritual people in Africa. So you see, I'm saying we need to come around the things that unite us rather than the things that divide us. We need strong women's organizations. Are we getting it? So we as women must be catalysts for social change. We must shake the apathy, which is why if we say, Teo-Inspiro said something was true here, if we say you have a PVC, you vote, it makes no difference, that is not true. It makes a huge difference. Because we are the citizenry. We're the women who are going to make our voice heard, to say, this is what we want. We want you to take care of the education of our children. We want you to look at healthcare. And Yorubas have a saying, where one tree falls on the other, you carry the one on top. First, we don't want to die, we don't want to be abducted, and we don't want bombs to go off. Does somebody agree with me here? So women, let's come together again, around the things that unite us. You see, if not, this is the problem. If not, a time will come when we'll be forced to unite. Yes, in Liberia, you do not have a society that had so much class as the Liberian society. I know, because we used to relate with them. There were those who came the first wave and everything. When war stripped the women of their diamonds and their mansions, they all leveled. And I pray it will never come to that in Nigeria. They leveled and they united against the common enemy, the warlord. It was no longer PDP, it was no longer APC, it was no longer COA. It was now, we demand that there be peace. Because what women ask for at the end of the day is the right to live an ordinary life and bring up our children with peace and prosperity, you understand, in view. Thomas Sankara said something which I'd like to close on. He said, I can hear the roar of the silence of the women. It is so ironic. When women are silent, there's a roar coming. When women speak, prosperity speaks. When women speak, good governance speak. You understand what I'm saying? We have to stop the silence and just be. I was asked who is my role model. I was doing an interview yesterday, and I was about to go down Mother Teresa route. You know what I'm saying? And naming people as well. And I said, you know what, my mother. My mother. Why? Because she just was. She was a professor. She's a professor of criminology, and because she would go to Tokyo, go to wherever, and my father was there supporting her, it never occurred to me that I was at a disadvantage for being a woman and I could not be allowed to live my dreams. So you know what? The least you can do to make it happen today, go and be. Go and shine. Whatever your dream is, go and do it. Because by doing it so well, you are giving another woman the permission to also shine. Leave here with your head.